Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Audrey. I'm currently a medical student here in the Philippines. So, for this series, I took the liberty to ask some of my colleagues and friends to answer some of the questions to help aspiring physical therapy students. So, let's welcome Nikki Ventura, a physical therapist in New York, my friend, and Maxim Ilagan, a PT student. Both of them actually studied in Velez College. So, hi, guys. Would you like to introduce yourself? And ultimately, how did you decide to go into physical therapy as the career you want to pursue?
Okay, so I guess I'll start. Hi everyone, I'm Max Ilagan. I'm a third year physical therapy student, and I guess that's it. I decided that I would choose physical therapy for a lot of reasons. I have a video about that, so check it out na lang.
Somewhere over here, huh? Okay.
No, but really because I wanted to make an impact on people's lives, and I feel like in the rehab setting, I can most efficiently do that.
Okay, very much so. That's very true. That's also the reason why I wanted to become a physical therapist as well.
Di ba pang Miss Universe yung answer? So,
Okay,
I'm
let's
Nikki
go.
Ventura, and I currently work in an outpatient clinic here in New York. And then, so my mother actually persuaded me to take up physical therapy because I had no idea what I was going to choose. But I eventually learned to love the course and learned to love the profession as well. And then the main reason also she told me because sayo niya maka-abroad and then dako og bayan.
Okay, yeah.
That's all.
Yes. What are the 3 things that excite you about being a physical therapist? So why do you love what you're doing right now?
Okay, so I will answer this question.
Okay.
So helping people solve their pain and movement problems excite me, as well as seeing the progress my patients will make. And I love what I'm doing, my job, because it enables me to connect with people and connect with them on a deeper or different level.
I'm not yet a physical therapist yet. So maybe the 3 things that excite me in the future would really be the same, like said, the connection that I would be able to build with my future patients. I'm a very social person, and I love building like relationships. And I think the relationship that we would share with our future patients is one of a kind, because it's not just from point A to point B, but everything else in between. So that's the one thing lang yun I'm very excited in the future.
So if you guys will have to pick another field, what would it be? Do you have any other options aside from physical therapy?
Well, PT wasn't my first choice. I really wanted to be a nurse good, like for most of my high school life. Ganan jud kog nurse because again, patient interaction. But then when I figured nga PT kay mas patient interaction in a deeper level and more siya progression good sa inyong relationship, ay ko nga, PT na lang. And sure man sa PT kay, movement, you see what you study, and it seems very fun.
Yes, very
but originally nursing good all of my high school life.
As for me, if I hadn't taken up physical therapy, I think I would have taken culinary or marine biology. Because I wanted to do so many things before. But then my mother knows best, she told me na physical therapy. And no regrets. No regrets.
Okay, no regrets. Ako sad, no regrets.
Diba?
Yes, very true. I guess physical therapy wasn't my first choice as well. But after everything, and then after you graduated, and then you took the board exam, and then you actually worked, wag siya regrets, mom. No regrets.
Oops.
Why do you think colleges fail to inspire students to get into physical therapy school? Because there are a lot of pre-medical students that know that there is a physical therapy route rather than going into the MD route.
Siguro one of the main things is siguro I could speak from experience nga I think what colleges lack is promotion, I guess.
Yeah.
Kay, at least for the schooling that we were in, or like I am in, I didn't really know nga it offered PT until I had a friend who was taking a PT. Kay mura mango if Velez medtech or nursing.
Yes, very
then,
true, yeah.
And then murag ay naday PTOT sa Velez pudi ay, and then I think it's really the lack of promotion. And if it weren't for career talk that happened when I was in grade 12, na may physical therapist sa career talk na mo, and she was talking about her experiences, where she studied, and I think she was studying I think she studied in Velez. That's why murag, oh, it was really nice nga na promotion for physical therapy. And when I got into PT school na gyud, naka-realize ko nga murag gamay red, or like there's little promotion jud when it comes to the field that we are in. And it all boils down to that, I guess. It's really just the lack of promotion.
Oh, for me, because yes, I think the lack of promotion also, and then considering that physical therapy is a very new course in Velez, I think it was started around 1998, if I'm not mistaken. So it's one of the newest course. Oh, vital science.
Oh, okay, yes.
It is a newer course compared to the others. Mm-hmm. So not a lot of people know about it. And then plus, the doctorate degree in physical therapy has just recently been required for those aspiring to go to the United States. So since they just implemented that, or they just obligated people to take it recently, so not a lot of people know about that route also. And then not a lot of schools offer the doctorate program, and plus it's very costly in terms of dollars. Very costly. So I think
very costly, yes.
Yes. So I think other students would opt to go to another path instead of physical therapy and getting the doctorate.
Can you give me a brief background of our course? In the context of Velez College.
So Velez College was very challenging, as in it tested my limits very much. So the first 2 years consisted of I actually graduated after a 5-year course, but recently senior high students are taking 4-year courses in physical therapy. Yes, so it's narrowed down into 4. So since I took 5 years, the first 2 years it was all minor subjects. So night time for breaks, night time maka-chill, but still study lang gihapon, no? Panikamot gihapon ta.
Yes.
So pero the real challenge really happened during 3rd year and 4th year, because those were the deciding years if I really wanted to stay and if I had the capability to actually push through. So 3rd year and 4th year tested me in all aspects, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, lahat. And then imagine in 3rd year or 4th year starting a day at 7 a.m. with an exam. 7 a.m. exam, and then plus lectures in between, and then 2 practical exams, and then concluding the day with a 6 p.m. exam, long exam.
Or so, flashbacks,
yes! So, diba, gulo-gulo ng buhay. Pero nakaya natin. O, diba? We were able to do it.
Yeah.
Yes. And the internship was the reward, I guess, after 4 years of studying. So we were exposed to different centers that catered pediatric cases, outpatient cases, inpatient cases, and gyms. So that's sort of a brief background of the course in Velez.
So how about you, Max? Did you take an entrance exam before you enrolled? I think that was a requirement during our time as well.
Yeah. Velez has their respective entrance exams per course, and that's how I got in. So I had to take the exam. It's a very easy exam. Yeah, it used to be a joke na the entrance exam will be the easiest exam daw nga you're gonna take in Velez, because the succeeding exams will really test you. But I do know that other PT students that are my batchmates, they really didn't take up the physical therapy entrance exam. They took up medtech or nursing, and when they got waitlisted, they had the option to enroll in the physical therapy course. Now, the course that I'm enrolled in, since because of senior high, it was reduced to a 4-year course na lang, wherein the first year would be all general education subjects, and then the second and third year would be for the major subjects na. So it's almost like the same thing, except we have now histology. I don't know if you guys had,
Yes,
but we have,
yes.
and yeah, I think that's it. That's the only main additional subject, histology. And then, of course, the fourth year will be spent na for internship, which is right now motivation sa amo ang mga batchmates.
Kamay na lang.
Almost.
Kamay na lang. Okay, so did you
Well,
also have kuan ba? Nutrition classes as well? Or radiology? I think those were the 3 subjects that were added before our time, man siguro, Nikki. And then it was
We
added
had,
So
after our batch.
yeah, we had nutrition and nutrition class pag second year, and then for the radio, it's gonna be on the next semester pa of the third year.
Okay. So, what does a typical day of your class look like now, Sam, compared to what was, like what happened during our time? Is it still the same? Is Bella still the same?
I think it was a great contrast, no, from what Ate Nikki said, more like 7 a.m. exam, and then you have lecture, and then you have 2 pracs, which I was fortunate enough to experience pa pag second year. But now,
Okay.
now that it's all online, I would say that it's a matter na good of time management, because we don't have morning exams anymore. Sometimes we don't even have everyday exams, unlike the previous face-to-face classes. Now it's just obviously a lot more reading and a lot more research. So a typical day would start at 8 a.m. for lectures, and then we have a 30-minute lunch. We have a 30-minute break in between classes, and then exams are usually held 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. still via our platform, which is Teams. But unlike face-to-face, that was every day. Now it's really just selected days of the week and selected subjects, na, as the other subjects opted for just research journals or kanang other types of examination, dili jud written. But we still have practicals exam, which is quite harder because they make it into tele-rehab, sort of. So we have to instruct the patient as if they have a modality, and then so it ranges na good. Like before, practicals would be around 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes maximum.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Now, my experience good for CVP MSI, it's usually 45 minutes practicals, and muna. Grabe. It's a lot of yaw-yaw. A lot of yaw-yaw.
That's a lot of time. So most of your classmates will be on the wait list pa for another
Exactly.
45 minutes. Actually, that's a good thing. Kaya that means, if ako ang before you, makastudy pa kong 45 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so does Velez College still have any school organizations, any extracurricular activities, and does Velez College also put priority in mental health?
I think all the more extracurricular organizations are needed to at least put in the vibe of students pata, or like, guys, Velicians ta. So there's been a lot of campaigns still done online, but it's really unlike face-to-face.
Yeah.
Kay siguro if na ay person nga quota og extracurriculars, guys, ako siguro na, because I joined a lot of things. Murag naihas ko sa college ba, so I joined ka ng SBO, Manya. I joined the volleyball team sa PTOT, nag-VC ERT pa ko. And then napakoy side job ato nga time So grabe yun, I had so many things on my plate. And to connect it with the next question, does Velez ba put a priority sa mental health? I would say that there are efforts made good with guidance and of course the SSC. There have been many talks about mental health promotion. And now in the online setting, they realize that people are very stressed. So last week we had a department-wide mental health debriefing headed or managed by the OT interns sa Ilahang Center. So that was very great because I know they're doing a rotation of all the courses. So last week and the week before that kay PTOT. So I would say good that there are efforts being made, but of course that can still be magnified more pa siguro.
So I don't really know the other organizations or the new organizations added because I graduated 2 years ago. But when I was in college, I was part of Vital Signs, the official school publication. And then, so I was trying to manage, I was trying to manage my time for extracurriculars and academics because I think college life should be a good balance. That way you can distress yourself or have an outlet through those organizations rather than being immersed in so much academic, which will make you go crazy oftentimes. And then I think the school, yes, as what Max said also, the school does have effort and the school has a guidance office that anyone can go to. But I believe that mental health should be the student's own priority. So before being stressed with other subjects or all the things on your plate, you should put yourself first.
Yes.
Self-care muna bago lahat.
Tuition for physical therapy, it's really expensive. It's around 50,000 to 60,000, so it would increase each year. However, the location of Velez College, it's quite in the center of Cebu. So the Fuente Circle is actually in the middle of Cebu. So it's very accessible to a lot of malls, a lot of study hubs. It's also very accessible to coffee shops and any necessities that you also want to you would need. As for the curriculum, for the 5-year course versus the 4-year course, we already know that the 4-year course is more consolidated compared to the 5-year course that we actually had. So that was one of the things that you also need to look into, since it is a really good pre-medical course if ever you want to pursue medicine. But there are also other people that would also want to take the route for the doctorate of physical therapy. So that's also very much allowed if you want to go that route. So Velez College, the rotations during internship and the types of rehab settings that we're exposed to are actually, for example, in Rehab Solutions Incorporated, that's in perpetual soccer, that is a more of sports physical therapy apart from City Gym. That time, which was in Waterfront Hotel. But then physical therapy interns were already introduced to Maayo Well Hotel, which is a physical therapy hub also, wherein physical therapists can also do their internship. So apart from sports, you also have your CBR. So CBR can either be in CIM, CMSS Paknaan, or in the Champs location. So that could either be Champs Mandawa, Champs Talisay, and other things. So apart from that, there are also hospitals that Velez College is also affiliated to. And those things could either be Maayo, of course. You also have Chongwa Hospital and Perpetual Soccer. And of course, CVGH or Velez College Hospital. So currently, there are no offshore or international connections where you can shadow a physical therapist. Okay, so what are the other career opportunities or any academic tracks if ever physical therapists will not proceed to medical school?
Okay, I can go first. so so I think if physical therapists were not to proceed to medical school, they would be faculty or they would be teachers in their colleges. Like I have a few batchmates, or not a few, but a considerable amount of batchmates who are actually clinical instructors and lecturers
Yes.
at Velez.
Mm-hmm.
So hi, shout out
Hi
to
guys.
to all my friends, all our friends. So yeah, and then
I think
you
teachers
can
sila ni Max.
oh yeah, teachers sila sa akong sister pod.
Miss Jera, Miss Jera.
Oh, okay.
Hi Jer, hi James,
Hi Jared.
hi Estelle. And then so you can be a teacher, and then if not, you can work in an outpatient or inpatient clinic, and then you can also be a researcher.
Are there any extra subjects pa ba that we need to take in order to get to where people are currently in? Or if students decide to pursue their careers offshore? Like for example, sa US or Canada?
Okay, as far as I know, here in New York, to get a license, you don't with our curriculum, with those with the batch who graduated by 2018.
Yeah.
To be licensed here in New York, you don't need to take extra subjects. However, if you want to be licensed in another state, that requires another set of requirements also under the coursework Tool 6, which would need you to take subjects like nutrition and radiology or imaging.
Yeah,
So,
which is already available sa newer, new grassroots.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yes, you have to take if you want to be in another state.
What type of advice do you want to give to those aspiring physical therapists out there?
What I can say that as you go on your journey, you can never be so sure of where you're going or your career path. So it's okay to have uncertainties, like how I was uncertain with my career path when I was in first year college because I had no idea where I was going to be. So, but now I'm here and we're here. So God will make a way again for your career path. And then even though you're fearful or you're anxious, it's better to do your best in everything that you do at present, because what you do at present determines where you'll be in the future.
Very
That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
Humanda ka, Max. What's your answer?
I think that was directed for me. No, pero I'd like to leave you one thing for especially the high school students who ask me about PT and stuff like that. It's a really beautiful course, Gid Bitaw. If you're a creative person, it gives you a space to be creative. If you're an extroverted person, it's a perfect avenue for you. Para lang na ako, Gid, if you are a PT student now, at this point in time or even later on, you are needed by society, diba? I feel like that's something we don't realize in a day-to-day basis nga. Hala, PTs are needed man jud ay for optimal function and of course to alleviate the pain and to promote efficient mobility, diba? And everyone needs PT, diba? Even before you get hurt, while you're getting hurt, and after you get hurt to prevent it from coming back. We all need PTs. So as an encouragement for me and to my batchmates and the younger students, our profession is needed. Kana lang.
Okay. So it's just like be a sponge of information, but you have to take care of your mental health as well. Because it's really hard. Yes. I'm not gonna say that it's easy because it was really hard. But it was really worth it in the end. Yeah, so do you have anything to promote? Any social media accounts, YouTube channels, or are you an advocate of something?
Ako, guys, do drop by my channel, subscribe
Wow.
to my channel, and I don't know if my videos will inform you or will entertain you. Comment and like.
Okay. So thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank
Thank you so
you.